I mean, their mouth when it opens is this big.
Yeah.
A lot when people ask me, oh, but how was that living in India? So the top teeth were here and the bottom teeth were here because I had marking here.
So Hannah, do you understand Indian nodding like this? Okay.
So it was like this big and it just got this little piece of the ear. It could have taken my whole ear.
Yeah.
Or cheek or something.
Oh my God.
It was crazy.
Which year did you live in India?
From 2002 to 2008. My whole life was India.
Namaskar, today we have Hannah with us and she has lived in India for 6 years. Today we will learn about her journey. Hi Hannah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
How did you move to India?
So we moved there when I was 6 for my dad's work. He worked at Volvo. So we were there for expats.
How was it living in India?
It was really nice.
Was it difficult for you, like moving from Sweden to all the way India?
Well, if you ask my parents, probably they remember more. But I cannot remember that it was too difficult in that way since I was so small. It was probably more difficult for my siblings who were older with friends and everything.
Yeah.
But I think I adapted quite quickly.
Did your siblings also move there? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're 6 and 7 years older than I am.
How was your life back in India?
It was, what I remember, it was very nice. It was a lot with family and a lot with friends and so on. And I went to an international school, so there were a lot of other expats there as well. But then that was an issue with friends coming and going. You always had new friends every school year, which is good and bad.
Yeah,
But
I can agree. How was your neighborhood?
Very, very diverse. So we lived in a big house, and there were other big houses around. But then on the back side of the house, there was an area where people were living in tents instead, and then some were houses. So it was very, very different.
Okay. Was it like a society for Volvo employees or?
No. It was that was a really nice thing that we didn't live in a
society.
Yeah, in a society. We lived more in
like with
India.
Yeah,
like,
everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that was really nice. Of course, we lived in the more wealthy areas, but still in the mix of everything, which was really nice. We had some friends who lived in these, do you call it compounds? Or yeah, with only foreigners. And all the houses looked exactly the same and they had the pool which they went to and it wasn't really the same thing.
Okay.
It wasn't the same. No.
And you talked about people living in tents.
Yeah.
Like tents.
Yeah.
Like camping-side tents or?
No, like
you mean
like a slum area.
Okay. And it was just behind your?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a very big differences.
Yeah. Did you get to talk with some kids from there or? No? Okay.
No.
They would not come to your locality?
They probably could have, but we didn't. No, we didn't speak.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Also because language must be one of the things.
Most likely language as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
because my friends from school lived spread out all over Bangalore.
Okay.
So we went to the friends. It was not that you were friends with everyone who was in your neighborhood. Really, it was you had your friends and they lived somewhere else. Maybe, yeah.
But did you meet your neighbors often or
no?
How was it?
No,
okay.
I didn't know any of them.
Okay. So it was like Denmark.
Yeah.
Or bigger cities.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Because it's different for like how you lived and how we live in India.
Yeah.
Because we talk with everyone in smaller cities.
Yeah. I think now if I would have moved back, I would probably have met more of my neighbors and gotten to know them better.
Yeah. But also when you are kids, you just want to be with your own friends.
Yeah, exactly.
That's also,
yeah. Yeah.
Was it difficult for you to come back to Sweden?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was It's something that was very difficult for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people might think, okay, so you went there, that must have been really hard, but I was so small. But when I was so small and got used to that and got my friends and my activities and my whole life was India, right? And then I'd say being ripped away from that was not a good, it was not good.
Yeah, it must have been difficult.
Yeah, it was very difficult because I lost all my friends and my school and all the horses and stable, and we had a little cat there who we couldn't bring with us. And I don't know, the house that you grew up in as well.
Yeah.
And the environment, that was quite difficult. But I mean, I got friends quickly in school and so on. But no, it was not a good time. No.
What would you say if you would have lived there for longer, like till you were in college and started working? Would you continue living there, or would you move back to Sweden?
I think at some point I would have moved back. Maybe when I started university or something, I would have moved back. A lot of the people who stayed longer, they moved back when they started university.
Okay.
So probably I would have moved back by then.
Okay.
But I could definitely have stayed longer.
What do you do now?
Now I live here in Denmark with my boyfriend, and I work for a company with engineering services. So I do project management because I don't have a technical background with offshore wind.
Do you still have some kind of connection to India?
No, at first people still lived there, but now everyone has moved away. It's mostly the places, really, if we go back. But I do have some colleagues at work because we have an office in Chennai. And when I saw the ad for the student assistant position, I made sure to check that they had an office in India so that it was checked off so that I could somehow nestle my way in there.
Okay, so you wanted to connect it to India in
Yeah.
little more.
Yeah, I
something.
wanted to find some way to work with India or eventually move back.
Okay. Is there a chance that you can work in India in the same office?
Well, I hope so.
Okay.
I'll find a way. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to move to India someday?
Yes.
For a long time?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Or short time is fine as well, but long time would be nice.
Wow. What interests you most about India?
I think in general where you spent your childhood, if you had a happy childhood, you want to go back. So a lot for nostalgic reasons, but I mean the culture is amazing and the life there is just, it's a lot of life and a lot of color and a lot of celebration and so on. So I really like it there.
Okay, do you remember any specific celebrations or festival?
Well, we always celebrated the big festivals in school and in the stable where we worked were a lot. Okay. And that was always a lot of fun. But then also just the way of being there is very nice, I think. It's not as uptight as it is here. So I really like that as well.
When you moved back to Sweden, did you get any chance to travel to India again?
Yeah, we were there quite a few times from when we moved back, and that was really nice to come back because we had friends still living there, so we could meet them and also go to all the old stores you used to go for, food shopping and clothes, and the restaurants you used to go to, and also visiting my old school and teachers and so. That was really nice.
Could your teachers remember you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was quite lively.
Okay.
So.
Yes.
Yes.
Also naughty?
Yes.
Okay. That's why your teachers could remember you.
Yeah.
If it was quiet, then yeah, no one remembers you. How do you feel when you go in those streets now?
It's very nostalgic. It's as if anything, if you grew up somewhere and you haven't been there for a while and you come back and see the same, then it's very nostalgic. And you recognize the smells and the sounds, and I remember from specific restaurants or somewhere places they have a specific smell, right?
Yeah.
And you come in there and you smell it, and you're brought back really to the memories.
Yeah. Do you like Indian clothes?
I don't wear Indian clothes, but they're very beautiful. Lots of colors and really nice. And we used kurtkas.
Kurtas.
Yeah, kurtas. Sometimes for nice occasions or something.
Okay.
In school or something. That was nice.
Yeah.
But we had our kind of clothes when we lived there. Yeah.
Did you had uniforms in school or casual uniforms?
Yeah. It was a red t-shirt, red polo t-shirt, and a marine blue shirt. Shorts with a thing on top, so it looked like a skirt.
Ah,
So it was
okay.
red and blue, and everyone looked the same.
Yeah.
Except for high school, they had white on top instead, and then pants. So it was a bit different there. But otherwise, everyone looked the same. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because here there is no uniform. You
No.
go in casuals.
Yeah. There's pros and cons for both, I guess. I never needed to think about what I was wearing, and it was never this. You have that kind of shirt. You look so weird, which it can be here sometimes. Or I felt when I came back, if you had some color or didn't have that brand or something, it was everyone was the same. But then again, you might want to express your personality a bit more than not at all. So pros and cons.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you try any candies back then that you could still remember or find in the stores?
Yeah, definitely. I can't remember the names of them, but it is a white, it's a diamond shape. It's basically sugar with silver on top, and it's kind of cashews.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Kaju katli.
Yeah, probably.
It's sweet. It's a
Yeah.
mithai.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Ah,
It's mostly sugar,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
a bit of cashews.
Yeah, and milk.
Yeah, but it's very good. That was probably my favorite one. When I was small, I loved sugar and everything like that, and it was too sweet for me.
Okay.
So in school, we often had desserts, and we got gulab.
Gulab is like flour.
Oh, okay, but it's like a brown.
Okay, gulab jamun then.
Yeah, probably, yeah. That was too sweet for me. I could not eat that.
Okay.
But
That one is sweet.
the diamond ones, they're really nice because they have the cashew creaminess in them. And then there are these, I can't remember the name, but it tastes kind of like this, but it's like bigger, like chips, more of a packet of crisps, kind of.
Yeah.
Like masala munch or something.
Okay. How did it look?
It was very marketing heavy, with someone jumping on the front side, kind of with orange colors, and it was.
Could be.
But the taste itself, it was like small sticks, which were orange.
Okay. It could be kurkure.
Yeah, something with a K.
Can you try to say kurkure?
Kurkure. That was really nice. But they're very spicy. But I like spicy food, so.
Okay, then it's good. And you can handle high level of spice, medium.
Well,
is it?
depends on what you compare it to. Compare it to Sweden and Denmark, then yes. Compared to India, I don't think, if I went to an actual Indian restaurant now, I think it would be difficult.
Then it will be at least middle. If it is
Yeah.
high for Danish standard, it would be middle somewhere.
Yeah. But I like to cook a lot with chili. So when I cook for a family, I need to pull it down a bit.
Okay.
Because it's too spicy for them sometimes.
And you learned it when you were in India.
Yeah, I think I got it since we were in school, and when I was eating whatever we had at home as well. It was always spicy, so I kind of got into liking that from a young age.
Did you steal anyone's lunchbox?
No.
Okay.
No, we had a canteen.
Okay.
So we didn't really have lunch boxes.
Okay.
There was a mix of lots of different cuisines, but then a lot of Indian as well.
Okay. Because if you were naughty in my class, you would be stealing someone's.
Oh no,
lunchbox.
I wasn't that. Not really like that. It was more talking with friends and wanting to do other things.
Okay. Did you get punishment in school?
Not physical punishment, but if you didn't follow the rules, you got to go to the principal, and you had to have detention. I remember specifically detention in with my first grade teacher.
First grade?
Yeah, in first grade, if you did something you weren't allowed to do, you had to go to the principal, and then you weren't allowed to go out on recess. You had to write down the dictionary.
Ah, okay.
So you had the dictionary, and you had to write like A, and then the first one, apple or whatever comes first, and then the definition of apple, and then instead of going out and playing.
Okay.
So nothing physical, but more privileges were taken away, which doesn't happen here.
It doesn't happen at all?
No.
Okay.
No, not really. Here it's not at all the same. When, for example, you needed to say Miss and Mr. to the teachers, and then their second name, and that's what I was used to. And then I came here, and you always said the first name of the people, and not at all the same kind of respect for the teachers, which I was very confused about at first. For example, when I lived there, it was always, if you needed to use the restroom, you only need to ask before, and then they said yes or no. It's not really fitting now. But in Sweden, you just stand up and you go out, and you might come back.
Okay.
It was very odd. They said, no, you don't have to ask if you want to go to the bathroom, but I couldn't stop. It felt so wrong
to inform your teacher.
Yeah, it felt very wrong. So that took me a long time.
Yeah, and also like calling everyone by their first name.
Yeah, teachers by the first name. That is not.
Yeah,
now
it was difficult
I'm
for
okay,
you.
but it was very difficult for me.
Yeah,
of course.
That's one of the first culture shock we face. Like moving to West.
Yeah.
You are calling everyone like someone who is 60 or even older, and you are calling them by name. That's also.
Now I'm fine with it. It was just the first time it felt odd.
So Hannah, do you understand Indian nodding like this? No.
I think when I was there, I learned it. Since I was so small when I came there, it became like a natural thing.
Yeah.
But not now.
Not now.
Really, no. Or I would have probably understand it better than some other people, but I can't do it. I haven't really gotten the, not really the top of the head thing. I never got that.
So you only do this? And this.
Yeah, exactly. I only did this.
Yeah. Because a lot of my colleagues, they want to know what these means, but they mean so many different things.
It's like the Swedish aha. You can say aha.
Okay.
Aha. Everything means different. It's the same, but
So just like acha.
Yeah.
We have this word.
Yeah.
That could be good, that could be yes, no, doubtful, anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, I never really got that, but when I was there, I probably got I probably got the hang of it a little bit, but then I lost it when I moved back.
Yeah. Would you recommend someone who has kids to move to India from like West?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a very good. I think it was a very good place to grow up, because you got to see different people, different stages of life, different. Yeah, everyone wasn't the same, which is a lot of the case maybe here, that people are quite the same. There it was very many different people, very many different backgrounds and everything. I thought that was a very good thing. It's very possible to move there with kids.
Okay, because I think if someone has kids, they are concerned about their education and also safety.
There are very many international schools, and I would say that the Indian schools are very good as well. But if you want an English school and same school as back home, then that's possible as well.
Would you say it's safe to raise kids there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm alive, so that worked out. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I mean, of course, there were bumps sometimes. I was at the hospital sometimes, but I think I would have been at hospital here as well.
Yeah, kids get hurt all the time.
Yeah, maybe those times were specific to India, but.
Do you remember some specific incidents or stories very clearly?
Yeah, well, we went on lots of trips and everything, but there's one trip that really stood out. It was coming to the end of our stay there, where we went with quite a few of our friends out on a safari place, and there were lots of animals, lots of wild animals, nothing dangerous within the grounds, but there were deer and there were insects and frogs and everything everywhere. We were having like snacks and walking around, and I've always loved animals very much. So I saw a group of deers, and I wanted to go and say hi to them. And they were very interested in my snacks, so they were just gonna take my snacks from me. And then they came with the antlers and hit my head, and that's a very... we actually have a picture from right the second before it happened, where I'm panicking and seeing there's a deer. And there were... we went to the... going to get ready for bed and went to the bathroom, and we're gonna like brush our teeth in the evening. And I remember there were suddenly... our friends needed to rush over because they were thinking, oh, what has happened? Somebody's really hurt. And it was just me standing screaming because there was a frog in the, like, massive, big frog, yes. In my offense. Which was very scary. And yeah, so that was I remember that a lot because there were a lot of things happened.
Yeah, that weekend. Yeah. So a big frog in the bathroom and you screaming.
Yeah, but a frog and a lot of insects, and it was very scary. It was terrifying for a small girl. Yeah.
But okay, you talked about deer, yeah, taking your snack. But have you ever experienced monkey taking something from you?
Oh, not me, but my mum did. Because in the stable there were lots of monkeys. Like very many monkeys.
Not pets.
No,
wild ones coming.
Wild.
Okay.
Yeah, they were wild, and I mean, I was never bit by them, but I never challenged them either. So if they wanted to take something, you just let them take it. And my mum once was actually walking from where we were riding. She was going to go back to the car, and she was holding an apple in her hand. And she walked, as you do, and then suddenly she thought it was a small kid, one of my friends or something, who just took her hand, around her hand, and she looked down and it was a monkey taking her apple. So she just dropped it and just ran. But yeah, those monkeys, they were scary, but they never did anything, right? But they were everywhere.
I had this bite.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, it's from monkey.
I was bitten by a horse.
Horse?
It bit a piece of my ear off.
Okay.
But that's yeah. So it's
okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
Was it the one you riding or someone else riding?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah. Not at the time when I was riding it. I was saying goodbye to it, and it
did not like
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's something you don't notice it at first, but when you look at it now, you see that it goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
You see here.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. It must have
scarred. Yeah.
I
mean the top teeth, like a horse is big, right?
Yeah.
So their mouth when it opens is this big.
Yeah.
And it was a pony, so it's this horse. So the top teeth were here and the bottom teeth were here, because I had marking here. Like I had marking here everywhere, so the teeth were here, and then it kind of scratched off all of this hair.
Okay.
So it was like this big, and it just got this little piece of the ear. It could have taken my whole ear.
Yeah.
Or cheek or something.
Oh my god.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm a badass. Yeah.
Okay, I have not heard.
No?
This story.
No. My dad always says, no, you shouldn't say it's a horse, you should say it's a tiger.
Ah.
It's like, okay. that's yeah.
Yeah, tiger in Bangalore.
Yeah.
Okay, you can try.
Yeah.
When you are in India, you can try to tell the story.
Yeah, see if somebody believes me. Right? Yeah.